The opening ceremony of 25th International Conference on Environmental Science 20 and 21 is about to begin. Kindly reminder to ladies and gentlemen, please silence your phone and be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, please let me send our warmest gratitude extended to the Honorable Governor, Mr. Ganjar Pranowo, the Honorable Deputy Governor, Mr. Haji Taj Yasin Maimun, the Honorable Head of the Committee of this conference, Mr. Professor Dr. Haryadi, and for all of the participants. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening ceremony of the 25th International Conference on Environmental Science 20 and 21. I'm Anita Aferina, and I would like to be the master of ceremony for today's event. Before we start, please allow me to tell you for our today's agenda. First, singing national anthem which will be led by Mrs. Anita. Second, a prayer led by Mr. Abdul Muhammad. Third, a welcome speech by the head of the committee. Fourth, a speech by the Deputy of Governor. Fifth, a speech by Honorable Governor with the official opening of International Conference on Environmental Science 20 and 21. Sixth, a welcome performance of Tari Yapong. To start our opening ceremony, let us start by singing our national anthem, Indonesia Raya, which will be led by Mrs. Anita. For Mrs. Anita, the time is yours, and for all the participants, please kindly all rise. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Now you may please be seated. Next on, we move on to our next agenda, which is a prayer that would be led by Mr. Abdul Muhammad. For Mr. Abdul Muhammad, please, the time is yours. Now, we will move on to the next agenda, which is a welcome speech from our Honorable, the head of the committee. Please welcome Mr. Professor Dr. Haryadi. Thank you so much for your inspiring speech. You may now return to your seat. Now, we will move on to our welcome speech by our Deputy of Governor, Mr. Haji Taj Yasin Maimun. Please welcome Mr. Haji Taj Yasin Maimun. Thank you so much for your inspiring speech. Please, you may now return to your seat. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to our main event, which is a welcome speech by our Honored Governor, Mr. Ganjar Pranowo. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Mr. Ganjar Pranowo on stage. Thank you so much for your welcoming speech, Mr. Ganjar Pranowo. For Mr. Ganjar Pranowo, we would like to ask you to kindly remain on stage as we would like to have you to officially open the opening ceremony of International Conference on Environmental Science 20 and 21. To accompany Mr. Ganjar Pranowo, I would like to invite Mr. Haji Taj Yassin Maimun and Mr. Professor Dr. Haryadi to present in stage and to cut the ribbon as our sign for opening the ceremony. The International Conference of Environmental Science 20 and 21 is officially opened now. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Mr. Ganjar Pranowo, Mr. Haji Taj Yassin Maimun, and Mr. Professor Dr. Haryadi. Thank you so much. And now you may please return to your seat and enjoy our next session. For the next session, we will have to present to you a traditional dance which is Tari Apong. For a warm welcome for this event. For the dance team, please, the time is yours. Thank you so much for the amazing performance. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of our event. I'm Anita Afrina, as the Master of Ceremony. On the behalf of the committee, would like to thank you for all of your participants for today's event. Ladies and gentlemen, you may now leave the room as I wish you a stay safe back home. See you soon.